What's up guys, it's Brent with Lykins Motorsports. This is our small block Ford tunnel port motor. Just a quick video, going to show progress. It's been a long time coming and we had a lot of problems with waiting on AV-Aid 3 months to get their pump, which came back incorrect. So we have a Peterson pump and I'm in the process of getting everything plumbed up. These all these braided lines and hoses, no lie, about $800 worth, including a relief valve, vacuum gauge, that sort of thing. So a few things will be temporarily in place for my dyno purposes, and Mr. Mark can mount the tank wherever he needs it and plumb it how he sees fit. Kind of little different between the dyno and the car, but sometimes we can't get around things like that. I have to have everything mounted here on the front motor plate so that things aren't bouncing around the dyno room and everything's rigid. So everything's mounted, and when it goes in the car, it can be tweaked a little bit. So I'm waiting on one fitting, and that'll run back to my scavenge hose that goes underneath the intake manifold, and it'll hook to this little dude right here. It's a scavenge port. But we're not too far away from making noise. So when that fitting comes in, the intake is not bolted down, the valve covers are not bolted down. When that fitting comes in, I can put oil in the tank. And the beauty of a dry sump pump is that you can just put this on a speed handle or a drill and prime the pump, and I can make sure we're getting enough oil through our lifters and push rods and that sort of thing. And then the intake manifold can go on. Here's the carburetors we're going to be using. These come from Drew Pojednik down in Georgia. Air Fuel Spark. He does great work. These are pretty much completely gone through, recolored, and everything calibrated for this engine. And we've got our linkage, got our distributor, and I've already got one end on my Dash 8 hose. So it's a small hose. There's not going to be much in the lifter valley of this engine because the oil drains on a small block Ford. The front oil drain goes down in the timing cover area. On this block, the rear drain goes back behind the lifter valley. So there's literally nothing much up there. That's why I've got it, if you remember from past videos, I've got it sectioned off. And that'll keep any kind of oil that does end up in the lifter valley keep it from raining down on the crank, and we'll just scavenge from the lifter valley area since it's blocked off. So dry sump pump, this is a 5-stage pump. 5-stage, you always just subtract 1 because there's 1 pressure, and then whatever's left is your scavenge. So 5-stage, this is basically 4 suck, 1 blow. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th is in the intake manifold. And then we've got our blow line that goes through our oil filter and back into the engine. So scavenge filters here. These are Peterson filters. And basically all the oil that ends up in the oil pan, the pump sucks it out, and this will catch anything in the event of an engine failure or something like that. They have little drop-in insert screens that pretty much block anything major that could hurt the pump. Then obviously we've got an oil filter to filter the oil going into the engine. So a lot of work, guys. Just plumbing this stuff, you wouldn't believe the amount of work. You guys have probably done it before, but just a tremendous amount of work getting all the hoses and figuring out which way to route things and how to do things. And these dash 16 fittings are a pain in the butt, and my goodness, I hate those things. Got a Earl's billet remote filter mount, and running a Wix race filter. So Peterson pumps can pull, well, AVA pumps too, but Peterson pumps can pull, 15 to 20 inches of vacuum. That's why I got this on here to monitor it, and got a relief valve so we can set that and set it to what we need it to be. So there we go. A couple weeks we'll have this thing fired up. All right, guys, hope you all are doing well. Just wanted to give you a quick video on an update, and this one's been a long time coming. I feel almost ashamed to say that we waited 3 months on the oil pump, but things happen, and there are some companies that I won't use again. All right, guys, hope you all are doing well. Talk to you soon.